Hey guys, this is Crap Hunter, and welcome back to another channel update video. Now, since it's been a month since I last made a channel update video, I think I probably should do a sort of what's been going on in the last few weeks. So, what has been going on in the last few weeks? Well, some great things, some pretty good things, and something which isn't so fine, but hopefully in the future we'll be able to rectify that. So the first great thing is I got a job. Yes, yes. Since moving up to Kent, which is immensely hot, hottest summer I've had for a long time, which is great but bad at the same time. Um, is I have now gained employment in the last few weeks, which is fantastic, and I'm very grateful for it because of the competition, the job competition in Kent. If you don't live in general, job competition nowadays, I'm pretty sure most people in the Western Hemisphere have got the same problem where it's just there's not many jobs out there, but everyone's qualified. So that's one thing which is quite happy and I'm very grateful for. The second thing which has been going on is I've been getting back into World of Tanks. Now, on a more personal note, I've kind of this is World of Tanks for me is kind of a big thing because obviously I started off on World of Tanks, I mean, I attempted to do a Total War campaign as well, but it was really World of Tanks where I started to probably find a niche in the market. And as much as I, enjoy playing other games, I still realize that World of Tanks is probably my strongest suit, sort of deal. So, I mean, it sounds silly, but when I couldn't really play World of Tanks for some time, like I really just found it really annoying. I couldn't find anything inspirational about it. Loads of sort of simple things. I just couldn't find the enjoyment out of it as much as I used to. So I got really worried. I thought, well, hang on a second. If I can't enjoy playing World of Tanks, but most of my subscribers are probably based from the World of Tanks, what am I gonna do? I'd feel bad. It'd be a bit like, hey, now that I've brought you here with the prospects of lucrative World of Tanks content, I don't play it anymore. That would be really dickish of me. So I was really quite worried for some time about whether I would be getting into it. But luckily, over the last few weeks, I've been sort of doing a couple of test runs, like, not playing it so much that I get burnt out, having a couple of sessions, primarily platooning with people. I found being able to work with people alongside it makes the experience a lot less stressful. So that's quite a cool thing that's been going on. Now, the last thing that's been going on is, well, it's kind of a good news, bad news situation. I mean, the good news is about up here is obviously I am a reenactor, if you guys didn't know, a historical reenactor. So I do what I can to attend the best kind of events around the southern part of Britain, which, because of where some of the events are based, it means now I'm like less than an hour's drive from them, which is fantastic. One of these events was the War and Peace Revival Show. Now, because it was so close to my location, I didn't really think at the time I had to even mention it on the YouTubes, because what I could simply do is go to work, go to the event, and have videos on standby that I could quickly upload and show you guys, and I thought, well, that would make sense. And in all honesty, the plan I had was pretty good, but unfortunately what happened during the event day didn't work out so well. I mean, I'm going to attribute it to, I guess, not too much experience, because while the day itself was absolutely fantastic, like the first day of the War and Peace Revival Show was brilliant. I had loads of fun. I got to jump in front of a Hellcat, which is pretty awesome. I will say, what was it, an M36? I think it was an M36, but either way, it was a lot of fun, and I got to jump in front of a tank and not die, which is brilliant. Perks for not dying. But unfortunately, throughout the day slash unfortunately carrying on into the evening, I noticed something was going a bit squiff, and then all of my sudden, well, my feet then started to cane quite badly, and it wasn't until I got back from the event that I noticed two gaping blisters. And I'm not even gonna say that. To be honest with you, they're almost. I think I think they're only just blisters, because I've got two massive grazes behind my ankle, like on my ankle, which look as if someone with a knife just slipped and just cut that section of skin off, and it was so painful. And unfortunately, that meant that I couldn't attend the rest of the War and Peace Revival Show, which is really, really annoying. Like, I was so bummed out from that. Still am, to be honest with you, because I enjoy reenacting. It was my first event since moving up here, and on the first day, I end up, not only getting my feet cut up, but unfortunately, I ended up getting heat stroke. I got severely burnt on my arms, and my back of my neck, and I just, unfortunately, it was just all of the shit in the world just combined into one. So I was really quite bummed out about that. But, unfortunately, this is going to have to be one of those. I'll have to attribute that to experience, and fingers crossed I can move on and perhaps do better next time. But that said, I did do well on the first day. We did have a lot of fun, and I'm going to take that with what I've got. I had a lot of fun running around shooting Americans, as you do. And it was cool. It was pretty awesome. So, what's going to be new for the channel? Well, kind of a big thing, I would say. From Monday the 21st, so basically tomorrow, Monday the 21st of July, I'm going to be enacting a new schedule for the channel. Basically, a schedule of release days. Now, the reason for this is, well, the reasons for this are as such. First of all, since becoming a bigger channel, and by bigger I mean 300 subscribers, some people would mock that and say, "Pa, I know a friend who has 6,000 subscribers. Mwah, don't care. 300 people, still a lot." So, I'm obviously wanting to add a little bit more professionalism to this channel because, at first it was just a simple, well, it's only a few people will look at it. It's not really that important too. Okay, fair amount of you looking at it, and I want to kind of, I want to seem a little bit more professional, so that way guys don't think I'm a complete arsehat when it comes to stuff like video uploads. So there's that thing for you. But the second reason, which is kind of more important as well, is that because life in Kent is becoming has a much higher pace than, say, life in Cornwall. Things like, for example, I've got my job now, so I'm obviously going to have to dedicate time towards that. I've also got my reenactment. While that doesn't happen all the time, it can mean that some days I may not be able to upload them as much, and most of these things are on a weekend thing, so, the previous schedule may have issues with that. And, it would mean that I'd have to juggle three things in order to try and make, whilst also trying to sort of maintain a happy house. Just loads of things were starting to build up. And rather than try and go absolutely batshit crazy, trying to think of new content on the day, I thought if I have 3 days at least of uploads, then that way I can know what to do. I'll know which days to upload them, and I'll be able to sort of manage it a lot better. Which is the general gist of what I should have said, but whatever, I like to extrapolate on things. So that's the other reason, and it's kind of, both reasons are important, but I'd say the second reason is slightly more important because also, if I can't be organised in my uploads, then how the hell do the people who come to watch one style of content get to enjoy it when all I can upload at times is just World of Tanks or War Thunder or Total War and War Thunder, It's better if they have it organised. Anyway, I'm rambling. So, the general gist is, from the 21st of July, which is basically tomorrow, I will be trying to enact this new schedule. And it is a test schedule. So, if it works really well, then we're going to obviously keep up with it. But if it doesn't, if it completely falls on its arse, then I apologise in advance, and I will put another channel update video talking to you guys about which one will work better. But here's my initial plan for uploads in my YouTube career now. Mondays will be World of Tanks days. So you start the week off and you've got World of Tanks. You might have had a rubbish weekend, so you want to start off Monday with a lovely smile and a massive cannon barrel to say hello to the nearest noob. So there's that one. Second will be the second day upload day will be on Wednesdays, which will be a War Thunder day. So generally speaking, all of the War Thunder content I will try and do will hopefully be on that day. So I'll try and upload content for War Thunder and be able to, appease the War Thunder fans if there are any out there. And then finally, Fridays, which will be Total War days. And it kind of makes a ring to it, Total War Friday works out rather well. You're coming to the end of the day, coming to the last day shift before you get to the weekend. You might as well see some, barbarians cutting up the ancients, or the ancients cutting up the barbarians, or, if we ever go on to other campaigns, matchlocks versus muskets, that sort of thing. Then Total War Fridays is there for you. And then, that'll be it for the upload schedule. Now, of course, I'm not really done schedules before, but it's something which now is becoming more and more prevalent to do. So my apologies if I cock up the first couple of weeks, but I will keep doing what I can to improve and do more stuff, because when you're an amateur YouTuber, there are guides and videos, but the best experience I have ever found in life is to be the practical one. You cock up, like for example, with regards to my reenactment day, I cocked up severely. I didn't think about sunscreen. I didn't sunscreen, of course. I didn't prepare myself for the heat of the day. So unfortunately, I paid the price. And with regards to YouTube, there have been episodes I've released which I severely regret to this day, but it's only with practical experience that you learn best. Now, on to the future. Well, what kind of future are we hoping for this year? Well, obviously, unfortunately, thanks to my computer sort of getting older and older now, and no thanks to the hot environment we're living in, sadly my computer is now starting to show signs of its age. Unfortunately, rendering that used to take about, half an hour for say for example a 20-minute video is now starting to take 45 minutes to an hour to make even a 15-minute video. So obviously my computer is slowing down. I'm defragging it. I'm doing everything I can to make sure it's all right. But obviously it's showing its age. And in all fairness, it's not done a very good job. It's been my gaming computer. It then became my recording computer. And the last few years it's served very well. Especially since I got a new graphics card for it. The graphics card is like the third of the freaking computer itself. But it's obviously starting to show signs of its age. So hopefully this year I have made plans to try and get myself a new computer. Fingers crossed I can get it, and then we can start really going into some stuff. Hell, I'll even play games that I normally don't play or normally wouldn't play on our channel, just to sort of either show off the fact that I can play the games, or just to sort of say I can record at 60 frames on high and not lag out or something. But yeah, fingers crossed we can hopefully grow the community, get a new computer, and then maybe in the future I can do even more cool stuff. Like, for example, play World of Tanks with better lighting and shading. Oh, imagine that. And it wouldn't be less than 20 frames. How awesome would that be? A tank firing its gun and I wouldn't lag for 5 seconds. But no, it's hopefully for the future we can get a new computer, and more importantly, hopefully we can grow as a community, because I really am starting to take this thing seriously. I'm finding actual massive tons of enjoyment out of just talking to you guys, creating my content, and just doing more stuff, I'm really enjoying being a media creator, which is ironic seeing as I hated media when I left college, probably because it was a bad tutor. She was sexist. But anyway, doesn't matter. More importantly, I'm really happy to be creating content for you guys, and I'm really happy to be able to, provide this for you, and I'm really happy that you guys can come in and watch my stuff and give your thoughts on it. Some people have said some pretty important stuff, like for feedback, and some people have just complimented, so thank you very much for all of your comments. Even if my videos are shit to you, if you can say, this video was really shit, well, thank you very much for the opinion. It's a shame it was, but hopefully I can make it better for you in future. So, that's about it for this channel update, I believe. So if you like this kind of content, do feel free to let me know in the comment section down below, clicking on the like button, and of course subscribing to the channel. If you yourself are a YouTuber or a player of any of the games I record, which is World of Tanks, War Thunder, and Total War series, or a YouTuber who does all three, if you're very good, or one of them, or whatever, if there's anything I can do to improve my overall commentary, style of it, anything like that at all, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below as well. Anyway, this is Crap Hunter signing out. Thank you very much for watching, or listening more likely, to this podcast / update thing, and I will see you next time. This is Crap Hunter signing out.